I have seen a trend of people saying that they're dating for marriage. And no matter how cool that sounds in the caption, I think it's a bad idea for people to follow. So I will provide you with 10 reasons why dating for marriage can ruin a perfectly good thing. So let's start where we always do, with reason number 10. You'll overdo it with the surprises early in the relationship, and it will be hard to top what you pulled off earlier. Now, everyone who's been in a long-term relationship knows this. The bigger the gift, the harder next year is going to be. For example, if you fly her to Hawaii in year 1, what in the world are you going to do in year 2? Because they will expect an adventure all the time. And you, being the one who's looking to get married, will feel obligated to top every event and gift. Also, if you take the road of buying jewelry, you're going to have to get her $1 million ring, because a tiny rock is not going to do for this girl, especially when her amazing man has shown her what the good life looks like. Now let's push to number 9. You can scare them away with all the baby talk, because for some reason, people who want to get married have their entire life planned out from point A to point B, and children are no exception. So they will constantly bring up what names they want and what schools they want their kids to attend. And the whole time their boyfriend never even said they wanted kids. They just assumed he'd be down for it. And if he really loves you, he's probably scared to tell you the truth, because he definitely doesn't want to lose you over kids who don't even exist. So now let's roll to number 8. You could rush into moving in with each other. And this is something I see all the time with people who want to get married. They put everything into overdrive. One week they just started dating and the other week they moved in with each other. It's like they're racing to some imaginary finish line. They don't even really take the time to get to know each other. And this is why some of these relationships have very bad endings. People feel as if they invested so much into it and got nothing out of it. But in reality, they simply rushed through all the steps. But I guess that takes us to number 7. If you keep pushing marriage, they will feel like they're behind in life. And nothing will make a person more depressed, because we all have hopes and dreams for the future. And the last thing we need is someone reminding us that it's not here yet. So telling them to hurry up is a very bad idea, because each misstep will be blame on you, and they will start looking for an exit. So don't be shocked when someone starts to distance themselves from you. Now let's go to number 6. Every fight will be a make or break for the relationship. And this ties in with the wasting your time mentality. It doesn't allow you to sit back and solve the situation. It makes you think that everything is supposed to be perfect. So when you see something you don't like, you just hit the exit door at full speed. And that's a damn shame, because you're supposed to work through your problems. And even the best of relationships have their occasional arguments. But this marriage pressure is straight poison. I don't know anyone who can live with that level of stress. But I guess we can now move to number 5. You'll judge their family too harshly, because all you can think about is your future in-laws. And in your twisted imagination, you want them to be perfect. But everyone knows that no family is. So there is a chance that you might hate your mother-in-law. But does that mean you should break up with your significant other? Is a family a make or break decision? Because I've dated some people who did not have the perfect family. And to be honest, I could care less. But one thing I do care about is you hitting that like button. Now let's roll to number 4. You'll lose passion because it'll feel like a 9 to 5. And we all know that a great relationship shouldn't feel like work, because the moment you feel like you're clocking in is the moment you're probably feeling like clocking out. And someone who's addicted to the idea of marriage should know this. People don't want to feel like you're hassling them. And that's exactly what you're doing when you keep bringing up the subject. Just think about all the pointless conversations you have with your manager. Don't it make you feel like just quitting? Now imagine that in a relationship all the time. Now doesn't that sound like some type of nightmare? But I digress. Now let's move to number 3. You'll play it safe when it comes to your career choice and never be great. Because someone who's looking to get married and start a family is not going to roll the dice. Because if they were to lose, there's a chance that their loved one might leave them. And that type of fear is enough to freeze somebody. They will not do anything to rock the boat, and in turn will become a doormat for managers and supervisors. They will constantly be overlooked and fail to follow their own path. Now let's push to number 2. Your relationship will lack mystery, because you'll want to know every detail of this person's life. And everyone that I know that's obsessed with marriage always wants to know what they're getting into. And dating them is like going to a job interview. You might as well tell them to do a background check, because they're probably going to Google you later that night anyways. But what they don't understand is that mystery is the key to keeping things fresh. And I want to be able to surprise you with some information 3 years later. But due to your obsession, is that even possible? Now let's finally roll to number 1. You'll never get to enjoy the journey because you'll be constantly looking for the ending. And as we all know, it's the things we experience together that makes the relationship great. And if you want to spend the rest of your life with someone, you need to take your time and enjoy the trip. Because when you grow old, all you'll have is stories to tell your grandkids. So enjoy this amazing adventure. Now, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so you never miss a video. And when you're done doing that, click on one of my videos that just popped up, and I'll see you on the next one.